My name is Brent Bryant, aka Lamar Loyal. Born and raised Fort Smith, Arkansas. Man, I started making music probably when I was in 6th grade. Started writing for myself. To be honest, I played none of them. I tried to play drums, but I ended up getting kicked out 2nd semester of 7th grade and never played anything. My hobbies and interests besides music, I love creation. You know what I'm saying? Like I love creation and how God shows you things through, whether it's sunsets, you know what I mean, whether it's the sun, whether it's like flowers, as in, what I mean by that, I know that sounds crazy, but what I mean by that is like, you have the sun, and the sun wakes you up every morning. You know what I mean? It's like even stuff like that is a metaphor, because the sun, through Jesus Christ, you were able to be awoke. You know what I mean? God wakes you up through Jesus Christ, because if you choose Him and you choose salvation in Christ, you get woke up.
I get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
It's very interesting, the small things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, I love metaphors, you know what I mean? So every time finding a metaphor, that excites me. God. God inspires me to make music because it's kind of like, being a fisherman, and you got to have the right bait. So I know a lot of times there'll be certain people in my life that don't want to listen to me, don't want to listen to me talk about music or anything, or talk about God, but they'll listen to my music. So my inspiration is God, because God reflects in my music. So either way, if you're talking to me or you're listening to my music, you're going to get God either way. First thing that God really worries about, the first thing that I know I need to take care of is my house. You know what I mean? A man who doesn't take care of his house, he ain't really worth nothing, you know what I mean? Because he's really not a man, because that's his first priority. So, I balance those things out, and then comes my church, my ministry, and everything else. So, with me, I mean, you gotta be organized, you know what I mean? You gotta be able to, because I love more than music. I'm not a musician, you know what I'm saying? I preach the word of God, but I'll use music if that's what it takes to let you listen to me, for you to listen to me. You know what I mean? I say when you're in the radio and you listen to Maxwell, or when you're in the car and you listen to the radio to Maxwell, and he's hitting all them high notes, and you sitting there cracking the windows trying to hit all the high notes, it gets you right. So I say stuff like people with high voices and stuff, especially Maxwell, a little bit of just stuff back in the day. I don't really listen to nothing these days because it ain't original, you know what I'm saying? I listen to it to see what kids like and what people like, but then I flip it. The main reason why I know my music is different and what I give people that I know no one else gives them is because when you listen to secular cats, you know what I mean? They're the standard. That's the standard. Hey, I got to be like him. And the whole time, all you doing is playing catch up. I want to be just like Jay-Z. I'm going to keep doing music. All I'm going to be able to give you is Jay-Z, or, a lower grade of Jay-Z. But my music comes from a God who's never out of style. You know what I'm saying? God don't go out of style. So for my music, it's original because I'm getting it straight from the source, and then I'm bringing it to you. I'm not asking nobody else about it. Of course, preachers, I listen to them, you know what I'm saying? I get information from them. I look up the information, and mine's all original. So, man, most of the places I performed, of course, is Fort Smith. I performed in Fayetteville. I performed in Arkansas. Some people in my group have performed other places, and we went to Oklahoma City and some other places out there. I don't even know. Some crazy places, you know what I mean? But those occasions, it's crazy just because sometimes people would just be sitting there and they're not even feeling you, and you up on the stage trying to do this and do that, and you're thinking, man, it didn't work. But then afterwards, you got people coming up to you being like, man, that music, I really needed it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy how God works in those kind of ways. Actually, the first thing I do when I make a mistake is I usually look at Flood, because he already knows I made the mistake, and I laugh about it. And then later on, I probably get to hear about it from everybody in the group, and we just laugh about it, so it's just fun. I mean, before a performance, I do get a little nervous right before, but it's like right when I go on, everything just stops, ceases. The crazy thing is people ask me that a lot. People ask me that same question, and they're like, man, you're going to be famous when you get older. You know what I mean? And they say stuff like that, but my whole thing is if I did see my career in 5 years, that would be a problem, because as a Christian, you never know. All you do is you follow God. And with everything I've been in, with music and stuff, I could say, man, I want to be big. You know what I mean? But that's not what God has called us to do. God calls us in certain spots. So if God puts me up there to be big, then okay. If he doesn't, okay. But whether or not am I famous is a question. I think I am. I think I'm already famous. You know what I mean? You sit here and we have, the Bible talks about angels that are watching us at all times. You know what I mean? And it talks about the things we do. I have a father more than anyone. I have a father, Jesus Christ, who knows my name. You know what I'm saying? He knows my name. He don't know. Some of these people around here, they choose not to seek him, so he doesn't know their name. You know what I'm saying? But that's famous to me, being able to have God know your name. So I'm already where I need to be. My sister, definitely. My sister, we used to sing all the time, and she's always been a better singer than me. So she really pushed me, because at first, when we was real little, we used to sing that Candy Rain, what had to go with I love, you know what I mean? And we used to always sing that. And we used to argue over who was going to get the lead part. And that really helped me, because I like challenges and stuff like that. So with her, we go back and forth, and I say she's mainly the reason why I started to love music, because I seen her love for it. The best part of being a musician to me, again, it would have to be the gospel. I mean, being able to see people that love your music, and you're on stage and then they're singing it, you know what I mean? It's a good feeling, because you know that you've planted a seed, you know what I mean? God has used you to plant a seed, and it's growing. It's probably the criticism, you know what I mean? We go through situations all the time where we have people just bash us, even people in the church. But you look at Pharisees and stuff like that, they were the same way to Jesus, and they did Jesus the same way. But it's crazy how you start to do something good for people, and you start to show love to people, and so many people don't like that, you know what I mean? Like, they criticize us just for, we can say one thing that's different, or that we feel like, and we can say, this is my point of view. And then you got these people, they ain't Christian, you know what I mean? Because they feel a certain way. But, I mean, can't nobody tell me what I am, what I'm not, because I know I'm still in the Lamb's book. I just think it's not original stuff, you know what I mean? It's stuff that, like I said in the beginning, you're following a rap, you know what I mean? You're following how people rap, and you're trying to do all this stuff, and you're talking about drugs, you're talking about sex, you're talking about all these types of stuff, and all you're doing is following those people, but you're never creating your own lane and setting your own standards and becoming original, because you're following these people. So you can only be them, or you can be a lower grade of them. So, but, there are a few artists out there, like I said, who do have a source that is original, and have a source that never goes out of style. And those people, as you can see in their career, if you research them, they're being successful. They're getting stuff done. Like I said, dog, just like the body, man. The body. I don't I don't, if I don't know, I know a couple of groups who do music for Christ. You know what I mean? There's a group called Free. I know them. I don't know too many, and I'm sorry, I don't know too many. I don't want nobody to think I'm trying to give them, this is war or nothing. But the ones who get the source from God, the ones who get their original, fragrance from God, those people are creating music that you don't hear. You know what I'm saying? And those people are creating a substance that people want, because people want originality. You know what I'm saying? So that's. I think the motto that I really try to live by is basically. I know it's so cliche. But it's like live every day as if it was the last. You know what I'm saying? And that right there is so big to me, because every day I wake up and say, man, this could be the day. God could come back today. Okay, what can I do today to help somebody else? You know what I mean? What can I do today to help myself? What can I do today to be a light? You know what I mean? In this world of darkness. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, is realizing every day, I got to get better than I was the day before. And that's what I do.